I have Christina Shaw from Allstate on the phone. You guys are right now on my podcast, Can Your Banker Do This? Again, I'm Darren Kaplan. Remember, you can always find me at MrMortgageGuru.com, and you can always call me at 844-772-LOAN. Christina Shaw, why don't you tell everybody where you're located and how they can reach out to you first and foremost?
Awesome. Well, first, I want to say thank you. I love working with you, and I appreciate our friendship, so thank you. I'm Christina Shaw, and I own an Allstate agency in Wantagh, and I've owned the agency, my gosh, it's coming up on 22 years.
Wow.
I consider myself absolutely blessed to do work that I love. You could reach me. I have the greatest phone number, 516-900-1234. You can call that number, you could text that number, and on social, you could find me, of course, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. I'm very digitally connected, and I just love working with Darren's clients. It's awesome that you're their trusted advisor for the whole process, and then you get to turn that over to me, and then I get to work with them for years and years. It's pretty awesome. So right now, let's say you lose your job or you just don't have the means to pay your
furlough,
widow bill.
right? They're furloughed.
They're letting you skip 2 months of your payment, but on that third month, you're going to have a big bill.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're in a situation where you've reestablished yourself, which most cannot do,
No.
You may not be able to pay that bill. So what you'll do is you'll leave for another insurance company.
To what? Try to lower the bill? Is that what you're saying?
Not the premium may not be less than Allstate, but what will happen is they'll only have to maybe put down $200 to get the insurance going instead of paying their $900 bill, something like
full,
that.
you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, so, but I don't worry about things I can't control.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, I guess that's with anything. One day somebody says, hey, I want to do a mortgage with you. And then the next day they're like, you know what? I went with somebody else. But in your case, you're seeing it as these people are going to go on their deferment or their forbearance, which they're not 100% aware of already. 90 days is going to pass. That money is going to become due. On their credit report, it's going to start reading foreclosure. It's going to start reading forbearance. It's going to start reading deferment, and they're going to go chaotic and not understand where to go and who to turn to, right?
That's why, and we should talk offline. I want to get some education out next week. I was just speaking to somebody about like Medicare options for our senior market, and I'm going to have a trust and estates attorney on a call with me talking about, do you have your will in place and your healthcare proxy?
That's awesome.
All things that nobody wants to talk about. I understand life insurance, but if now is not the right time, when is?
I totally understand. Are you doing life insurance and health and all that good stuff through Allstate?
I write a lot of life insurance. Health insurance,
really?
No. Though I'm licensed, I refer it out to somebody I love and trust.
Right. No, that's awesome. And that's really important to know, because I think that that's definitely a huge step in what I do. Like, all right, so I get you the house, right? I get you the mortgage. I get in, right? And you're helping a lot of my New York clients with insurance, but no one knows that next step. And, maybe 2 or 3 years down the road, you have a follow-up and you all of a sudden hear that somebody passed away in the house, and I think that securing a life insurance policy, and especially with first-time home buyers are so young, most of them.
So inexpensive, Darren. I mean, when I'm telling you maybe $15, $20 a month, and like you said, that first-time home buyer where you have both professionals working to pay the mortgage, and I'll explain to them after we do the homeowners, God forbid something happens to your partner, your spouse, whomever it may be, you don't want to be in this situation thinking, how do I pay next month's mortgage, and making a decision to sell when you just had such a horrendous life event. I'd rather know that you have the life insurance, you're okay, and in a few months when you pop your head back up, then you make the financial decision if you're going to stay or go.
For sure. And a lot of people, they always look for that 203K right away. And that's the analogy I give. I said, why do you want to rush the 203K now? Don't you want to live in the house first? Know where like your bed and your bathrooms are going to go. Your sinks are going to go. What are you going to do? You're going to do a whole renovation now, and then in like a year, you're like, maybe I should have put the kitchen sink here and the bathroom over here and the closet over here, you know?
Well,
And
Darren, for whoever's listening to this thinking about the 203, it's interesting because I moved into the house 2 years ago, this upcoming May, from the house fire. So
right.
I just 2 days ago ordered my bedroom furniture,
Oh man,
which I should have ordered it a year ago. But I wanted to live in the room. It's like a very large master suite.
what's the rush?
And I'm like, I want to know how I want this to be, how I really want this to flow. And I'm not going to know that until I live in it.
You're 100% right, and that's a mistake a lot of people make. They go after that 203K up front thinking investment property, investment, it's a good investment. Meanwhile, like I know I've lived in a few homes. I flipped a few homes. I had 20 homes for 4 hours at the age of 30. Then 2008 came.